Hello!
Why is it not working now?
Mike's there we go.
Yeah, got it. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Oh, show off.
He's just learned. Right.
I know, I'm fascinated. I found out we can do that tonight. I love it.
It's simple things, please. Simple minds.
I love it.
Right. We got a...
Mary. Sorry.
Whoa.
Mary. Does that remind you of the fireworks in Madeira, New Year's Eve? Remember? That was excellent. Right.
Thanks, Mary.
Who we got in?
Right, first of all, calm down, calm yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a lot going on tonight. We got a bit of news at the beginning. We got some things going on. Got comments, but we got
very special guests tonight.
We have
cruising with the
right.
Whytes.
I was going to say Alex and Ryan, but
which is Alex and Ryan, and
yes.
They were like us. We were 2 years ago when we were just starting out on our YouTube journey. And we really want to give these lads some support. So we're going to introduce them very shortly. So we'll crack on and get our usual little bits out. Just a quick hello and good evening to you, all from North Yorkshire. Keith, good evening. Just booked Voyager to the Canaries.
I'll read it because
Voyage to the Canaries on Voyager.
Keith has put, I'll put it on screen so you can see easy, okay?
That's better.
So basically, good evening, everyone. We just booked Voyage to the Canaries on Voyager for this coming December. Anyone else going on it?
You nearly did the same as me, though.
I did. Sounds like I've seen this itinerary. Sounds like a cracking itinerary.
And we love Voyager.
Great shit.
Our favourite.
Anyone else going on it? Pop it on the comments.
Yeah.
Mary's in Noswaitha,
Mary.
Good evening, all. Well, I just clicked on your next live, so I was 14 days early. Better to be late than ever, Chuck, or better to be early than late. So happy days. Well done, Mary.
Right, where are we? Kind of.
Anne? Always better early than late. Exactly.
Oh, exactly. That's Dave, that is. He has to be everywhere early.
Hi, everyone. Looking forward to getting more info, hints, and tips for our cruise on Marella 2 in August. Wow. I find all your vids really helpful. So thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, Laura. Well, you can have one as well.
Laura,
there you go.
Feel free to ask away and we will do our best to answer you. Yeah. And if we can't, we've also got the Whytes who have been on Explorer. And Discovery 2. And they are going on Voyager in October.
So when you say Marella 2, is that Explorer 2 or Discovery 2?
Mary says you're right. She knows us too well.
Yes.
And little smug smiley face there, Anne. Dan Payton. Evening, guys. Under a year until our cruise around the Caribbean. So excited.
We love the Caribbean.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
And we have seen all the new itineraries coming out for the Caribbean, especially we spoke about the new Punta Cana, Dominican Republic itineraries. So we will be at some point doing some of their new itineraries.
Back to the Caribbean.
But I tell you now, if anybody's an expert on Marella in the room, it's our Mary. Mary has done, I want to say, Mary, I'm hazarding a guess here, of over 23 different Marella itineraries. So if
Mary's the expert.
She's the one. Forget us. Get off our live now, everyone. Yeah. Go and sign up to Mary's YouTube channel. She hasn't got one yet, but she's going to.
Yeah. And Mary done exactly what you should do this week. So hats off to Mary. Mary found a cruise that she liked. She didn't book it there and then online. She rang the company and she got another 400 quid off. Bang, result. Well done, Mary.
Do you know what? That calls for one of them.
Yeah, well done. Oh, you got one of them as well.
Right. Okay, who we got up next? Oh,
we better hurry up because
Richard Pullin. Hello,
Hi, how you doing, mate? Richard?
Mary, great hearts, Mike. Yes.
Oh, I'm getting expert at it now. I want to know everything else I can do.
That's it. Lynn and Dave, good evening to you both.
Good evening, Lynn and Dave.
Billy Blacklock's in. Hello, guys.
Hey, Billy. How you doing?
Anne is in Explorer 2 September Adriatic Affair and sailed the 7 Seas.
Wow. Ooh. Well, of course. Explorer 2 we're dying to do, aren't we? Because we want to get the full set of Marella and we've still got Explorer 2 and Discovery to do, so we're definitely going to be looking at Explorer 2, and of course it's adults only, which is quite appealing to us, isn't it?
It is, but before we go on, Michael, let's rein it in for the comments now. Do a few quick shout outs, and then we're going to give you some news, and then we're going to be looking at chatting with the boys, and we will get through all of your comments. So
any questions, we will leave about 15 minutes at the end just to go through and catch up on messages that we haven't been able to get.
First of all, though, Mike, can we just give a quick shout out to sorry, he's not very well. John Freeman. John and Alan are on a cruise currently on the Adriatic. We love that cruise. Stunning itineraries around that part.
John and Alan. John, we're going to miss you tonight, so hope you're having a fabulous time, and we'll catch up with you as soon as you're back.
And I want to quickly say, we used to have a person to come into my life called Patricia Ann.
The lovely Patricia Ann. Hold on, I've got to do some of them for Patricia Ann.
So if anybody knows Patricia Ann or knows where she's gone,
Patricia,
get in touch. We miss you.
Give us a message. We've really missed you, and I haven't got a way of getting in touch with you. So if you're watching, give us a shout.
Right, Michael. So on to the news and information now. Tell us all. Michael's been banging on about this all day now. So tell us all your little bit of news and information you've got today.
Let's go into the banners so I can put this up.
Okay.
Right. This is courtesy of John. You can see scrolling at the bottom of the screen that we didn't know that when you get home from your cruise, you can apply by email for a breakdown of all your cabin charges. All you have to do is send to final statement at Marella and whatever ship you're on. So it would be at Marella Voyager at MarellaDiscovery2.com and put your booking reference, your cabin number and the lead passenger name, and they will send you an itemized bill, which I think is really useful to be able to do.
Because you remember that time we were on I want to say Explorer.
Yes.
And we were overcharged, and we didn't realize. Now, most people would just pay their bill and go on their merry way and never know any different. But this way, you can know exactly what you pay for, and if there's a discrepancy, you can put it forward for a reclaim.
Yeah, so definitely that's very useful. We'll keep this on here, so if ever comes up again, we've always got this to scroll across the bottom. Definitely. Now, we understand that we have got Marella 2006. Unfortunately, I didn't get our name put on this one.
He means 2026, not 2006. Go back in time.
2026, we have the summer brochure for Marella. And they've introduced some new cruises, haven't they?
They have. So they're saying for the new summer itineraries for 2026, there's 3 new ones in our part of the world, which are the Grecian Discovery, which goes to places like, I want to say Piraeus. Is that right?
Piraeus.
That one.
Close.
Santorini, Bodrum, like loads of places like that. They all seem to be in the same sort of area. You've got the Aegean Gems, which is Mykonos, Rhodes, that sort of area as well. And then the Aegean Delights, Kos, Marmaris, Limassol. Limassol features quite highly in a lot of these cruise itineraries.
I think it must be the starting place, like they've got Corfu, like they've got Barbados. I think it must be the starting place for a lot of the cruises.
Exciting, though.
Yeah, it's always nice when new stuff come in. Just bring back Asia, please. I want the Asia one back.
Don't think they are, because I think they brought in the 2 new Caribbean ones in place of the Asia one.
Maybe when the new ships come, they will have...
What, in 15 years' time?
Well, hopefully it won't be that long, but I think certainly we're looking at probably 4 or 5 years. But when they come, maybe they'll add the Asia back on then. Who knows? We'll see. Anyway, should we do the bargain cruises?
Let's do it. Right, I will start off, because mine aren't as important as Mike's ones, because Michael...
I've got some solo bargains.
Now is doing a lot of solo stuff, So I'm going to start off with my ones. So there's a few today. We've got this one here, Treasures of the Mediterranean. Now, this is a really good save at £806. And this set sail on the 15th of April, so not long. It's basically, hold on, 2 days. 2 days' time, and you can get this cruise for £922 for a 7-night cruise. Now,
and look at the cabin type.
I was going to say it includes a balcony cabin. Just be mindful, guys. This also does include your flights. All drinks and food are included, apart from restaurants that need a surcharge, and if you want premium drinks as well.
Now, this one is shown as going from Bournemouth, but of course, you know, just go into your TUI or ring TUI, and they'll be able to give you a regional flight. There's so many airports that they use around the country.
Definitely. And next one is a really good one. This is not with Marella. This is different for us. We're going to go with Cunard now. And this is a good deal. £872 for a 12-night cruise to the North Cape Discovery, which basically hits your Norway. No, not Norway. Yeah, Norway. Stavanger. Yeah. But the things with this one, this goes in June. Now, June is peak season. And 12 nights on the Queen Anne for £872 is a cracking deal. But bearing in mind, Cunard also belongs to the family of P&O. You're going to have to pay for your drinks. You're going to have to pay for your some restaurants and this and that. So there's going to be a lot more.
You do get your afternoon tea, though, for free.
Which is fantastic. If you're interested, did you release the video on that?
Yeah, I did on the afternoon.
There is a video on that released. It was quite a spectacle because I think 2 of the waiters messed up during the whole ceremony, but it was fun.
Yes, I think they were under-rehearsed.
Right, and should we...
we better move on because I really...
Okay, Mike.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, is it mine?
It's yours now.
Okay, well, let's start with the P&O, which I think is quite a good price. It's Canaries, and it includes your flights So for £599, and this is not, sort of last minute. It's looking ahead to December. So I actually thought £599 was quite a good price, even though, of course, with P&O, you do have to pay extras for the drink and a lot of other things. Right. Oh, it's a bit small for me to see, Dave. I might need your help.
Okay.
This is on Passion for Cruising, and I actually thought this was a really good deal for solo cruisers. Can you just read the information?
Yeah. So its price is from £1,049, and that is for 8 nights, full board, going on the Europe Ocean cruise. I don't even know. Is that the cruise line? I can't tell. It's really small, as you guys can probably see. But again, this is a sort of like Germany sort of based cruise. It doesn't interest me. To be fair.
But it's the Christmas market. So and this
I've got to
one,
take you there, haven't I?
this one you've actually got at Christmas Day and Boxing Day, you're going to be on board as well. So I thought it was
cool,
quite good value for money for a solo. I don't think you were being too hammered as a solo cruiser. So I thought that one was quite good, and I might need your help on the last one.
He's really testing me today.
Yeah.
Right. This is 1,115 for 10 nights.
And it's on Fred Olsen Borealis, which is supposed to be a really, really nice ship.
Can you see where it's going? It's so small.
This one, I think, was,
yeah, it's a cruise somewhere, guys.
I think it's Spain. I think it's France and Spain. But again, I thought for 1,119, or is it 15?
1,115.
Then I thought that was quite good value as well for solo cruising. And I really would like to get more sort of solo cruisers sort of deals on here, because I'm finding it so hard to find a good deal for solo cruising. Right, do you want to do quick look through, and then we'll
some more comments, and then we'll bring the boys in, because I can see them down below there, not below us. They're down there in a little panel waiting.
Yeah, we got the rid of box.
They're down there. They're not down there. Right, where are we?
Where are we?
I think we're here.
Right. Jamie Lee.
Hi, hello, how you doing? Laura, I'm at Explorer 2.
Explorer 2, yeah. So it is the adult only one, and it's one we haven't done.
No. Hi, chaps, looking dapper. Len, thank you very much.
Oh, cheers, Len.
Missy D. Hi, both. Hello, Missy D. How are you?
Now, we're going to just say a shout out for Missy D, because Missy runs the Marella Voyager, Paradise Islands, and a Taste of the Tropics.
Good work,
Facebook page. So if you are thinking of going to the Caribbean on either of those two cruises, then go and have a look at that website. It's a really good Facebook page.
Definitely. Thomas Aitken, hi guys, silly boy question. Barbados immigration form can be downloaded 72 hours before arrival. Is this an e-document, or can you use pen and paper and present on arrival? Thanks, from a dinosaur. This is hard, because I'm pretty sure when we went, it was given to us pen and paper.
Yeah, there's a lot of confusion with this form, because a lot of people now say that you don't have to do it. I think because of the confusion, our advice would still be to do it. We did it e-ticket, didn't we? We did it online and then downloaded it to.
Yes, we did, because it was the other forms when we got there. They just shoved us the forms at us and pushed us through.
Yeah.
Yes.
But as I say, I would definitely perhaps speak to TUI and just see whether you do actually need to do it. I think, to be on the safe side, do it, because it took us 5-10 minutes to do at the most.
It wasn't long, but I think, like Mike just said, get it solidified from the TUI reps.
I'd take it. It wasn't a lot of hassle to do.
Yeah. Right then, Anne Irvin, question: flying from NCLE to Dubrovnik, what temperature for dressing? Oh, this time of year should be pretty good. I mean, when did we go? We went July, didn't we? Yeah,
I would have thought if you're going anywhere between April, May, right through to the end of September, beginning of October, you should be all right. I'd take a cardigan if you're sort of May, sort of late September, but otherwise, I think you'll be absolutely fine. I think it'll be quite warm. We've just come back from the Canaries, haven't we? And we had absolutely glorious weather. I don't want to rub it in, because I know the Whytes didn't have such good weather, but I'm sure they're going to tell us about that. But anyway,
I would dress. Look at the weather. I would dress for it to be cooler in the evenings, so something like to cover your arms and stuff in the evenings.
Cardigan, shawl, something like that.
And you're looking between, at the moment, 19 and 25, so that's nice weather. So I would be sort of, shorts, t-shirts, whatever in the morning, days and
Dave, quick couple of eyes to
Sorry.
Donna.
Donna
Came in the other
Cooper.
night when we were doing a test, so I do apologise. We had to do it quick, but we were doing something that we've not done before.
I was in Donna as well, but
so,
he didn't even
yeah.
know. I know the Whytes were laughing because I was talking, but he didn't even know I was in.
Right, another quick hi. Oh, the mother-in-law from hell is here.
Oh, mum. Hello, mum.
That's going to become all that now, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be
a thing.
I'll get tired of it.
Question.
Diane Power. Hi, Diane. Good to have you with us. Right, I think we need to bring the boys on.
Okay, I'll quickly say then to Keith because I've put him right here. Question: which is the best currency to take to Turkey, lira or euro? I still think they're in the lira. Turkish lira is still the currency that they use. Don't pay with euro because I'm pretty sure you'll get ripped off with that. Use Turkish lira. That's my advice. Okay, right. I'm going to hide those now. And
right,
now
let's
bring. Drum roll, please.
Where is the drum? We did go into media assets.
Sorry, boys.
Go down.
We've got to bring you in properly.
And I bet there won't be one here now. I've said that. Oh, there you go. Top one.
Right. Okay.
Ready? Go for it!
It's
Cruising
the
with the
Whytes.
Whytes!
Hi, everybody. Hello. Hello.
How you doing?
Thanks for having us.
Oh, it's a pleasure to. I'm
sorry. I've just
I've had enough of you already.
Wow.
No, I do apologise. Good to have you with us.
Good to see you.
I was telling everybody you're in a similar position to we were a couple of years ago, where we thought, oh, let's give YouTube a try, and here we are 2 years later, and we really want to sort of give you a chance to come on, introduce yourself. So tell us all about yourselves.
Well, we are cruising with the Whytes. I'm Ryan. I'm Alex. And we're kind of hooked on cruising. We went on our first cruise. When was it? October last year. Yeah, on Marella Discovery 2. And yeah, we're hooked. So
because we inspired you.
Yeah.
We inspired you.
Yeah, we inspired you. And I understand you've done 2. So which 2 ships have you done?
We have done Discovery 2 and recently the Explorer.
What do you think of the Explorer? Just out of interest.
I did like the Explorer, although I've got to say I did prefer the Discovery 2 over Explorer.
But you're going on Voyager, right, in October, yeah?
Yes.
And you're going to see a massive difference, not only with the actual, obviously it's a lot newer with the interior inside, but actually the layout is slightly different. And if I've seen 2 pictures side by side, and to me, Voyager looks bigger. It actually looks, even though it's like the same ship as such. If you look at them side by side, it looks slightly bigger on the back end. It's a bit bizarre.
I think the Voyager always felt bigger because you look, for example, you boys have got the Exchange to look forward to. We love the Exchange, but on Explorer, it was the library and like the Xbox room, and there was a little games room, and it just felt so much smaller to watch that space did on Voyager. So I don't know, but
all we know is immerse yourself in the entertainers team on Voyager because it's fantastic. But I want to quickly just visit Discovery 2. Because obviously it was our virgin voyage with Marella. And what did you think of it? That's what gave us the bug.
The 2 biggest things that I loved personally about Discovery 2 was the atrium, and my favourite bar on the ship, Bar 11.
Oh,
yeah.
What's on
Bar
11? Here we go.
Bear with.
Hey!
So, Alex, you were saying then, what was your favourite bar?
My favourite bar was probably Bar 11 as well.
Okay, interesting. Because if I remember on Discovery 2, my favourite bar out of all of them probably had to be, I'm going to say the Squid.
Yeah, I
love the Squid on Discovery 2.
Yeah.
But I did love the Atrium bar as well because it's really silly. Like Mike and I are people watchers, and I remember vividly the first day we got on ship, you come into the atrium, right? And it's really, really off-putting because everyone's sitting there looking at you. But the second week we were there, when everyone was coming onto the ship, we were the ones sat there, and the amount of people we spoke to, it was lovely. It was a nice place to interact and chat to people as well.
And I love it because people walk into that atrium on Discovery 2, and you can just see them, the look on their face and looking up at it, because it is. Even though the ship is sort of 25, 30 years old, it still looks amazing. And I think that's my biggest thing on Discovery 2. Just were some of the areas I just thought were beautiful. I thought the theatre was amazing.
Well, to be fair, none of the theatres have ever let us down on the Marella ships. They've all been pretty good, to be fair. I haven't had one yet. But hey,
with the Discovery 2, notice the difference. What people on Explorer is that when you're on Discovery 2, you're walking through the atrium, so you're getting to see everybody. So you can. There's more chance of bumping into somebody and speaking to them. Where on Explorer,
you get lost.
That feeling was a wee bit lost, due to the no atrium.
Well, I agree with that, because if you notice on Discovery 2, you can walk from back to front on every level.
Yeah,
you can't do that. You can't do that on Explorer or Voyager, which to me was a bit of a nightmare, because that made me feel like I got lost a few times. So if you're coming out of the back of the main restaurant,
that was me.
Like you can come out and all of a sudden you're fronted with, like, on Voyager it's flutes, but on Explorer it's the, like, is it champagne bar? Anyway, but you can't go any further. You then got to go upstairs to get to the next level, to go forward, to go down again. It's like really confusing.
Yeah, it's a bit confusing on Explorer, but you get used to it after a couple of days. But the first couple of days is a bit confusing if you're not used to it.
Yeah.
So can I just ask, what made you decide to go out?
To go on, sorry, what?
What made you decide that you wanted to try a cruise?
Well, I've kind of been a ship geek for many, many years. And it came to the point where I said to Alex, we've been on land holidays and I really want to try cruising. So we went down to our local travel agent and they gave us a good deal on that particular cruise on Discovery 2. And obviously watching you guys' videos months prior to even deciding to go on the cruise pushed us a wee bit further to say, you know what, let's book it.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Say again, Al.
And now I've got 3 in 1 year.
Well, you have,
2 down, and you got the Voyager coming, which
you've got the
I'm
pinnacle
excited for you.
Yeah.
Should we just we'll try and keep up a little bit with questions?
Right then, boys.
Because I'm sure the boys don't mind in between us chatting.
So we did our first cruise last year and loved the Explorer. Also booked Caribbean next year. Loved the chat, guys. Thank you, Dean. No Lamb, hi guys, 3 weeks and counting down to our first cruise. Really excited now.
No, I know. I've spoken to Nora a few times and I know it's getting close.
Can you remember those feelings? You must remember those feelings.
Yeah.
We're going on a cruise for the first time. I was a bit apprehensive though, to be fair, the first time we went on a cruise, because when we first went on a cruise a long time ago, I must have been about 22.
Yeah, it was 2010 we first did our first cruise.
Yeah, I was in my 20s anyway. I'm in my 40s now. So this next time I went on a cruise, I was, touching 40. And the difference in ages, I don't know how old you boys are, but to me, I feel like, actually, no, I think Marella would fit someone in their 20s.
I think Marella is much wider age spread than a lot of the other ships. And I think that's what makes Marella, for me, so good, is that, if me and you went on a Cunard, I'd be at home with all the oldies, but you wouldn't have many your age. But I think on Marella, you get remind you of Gran Canaria.
First of all, I'm only joking. All of my friends are older than me. I prefer.
No, I love Marella because I find the people, not just the staff, who were amazing. How did you find the staff on there?
Outstanding.
Yeah, absolutely.
Honestly, I think they make the cruise. It's the housekeeping staff, it's the entertainment staff, it's everybody on board really with a TUI and a Marella name badge. They're amazing.
Everybody's always got a smile for you, haven't they?
Yeah.
I did have a shot of us going into dinner, and one after the other just smiled. It was on there, but don't worry about it.
Do you know what though? Nobody on any comments has ever slagged off the staff. I think that one thing with Marella is everyone says the staff and customer service is the
staff, but also other passengers. I just find passengers on Marella are just brilliant. We've never spoken. We went celebrity years ago and no one would speak to you. And Marella, you're just talking to people all over the ship. It's brilliant.
I agree. Yeah, it's good vibes all around.
Yeah. Well, you met some people, didn't you, and had a good time?
Yeah. Excuse me. You might want to reword that, Michael. You met some people, had a good time.
Well, let's just say they had a few late night drinks.
Okay. We're going to move on because the next question is really pertinent to something that went on Facebook quite recently. So this question, Michael, you're going to love this.
Yeah.
Hi guys, going on Discovery 2 January Caribbean cruise. Can you advise on evening wear? Do they prefer shirts or polo shirts?
Right. Well, I mean, I think the other good thing with Marella is that you're not having to dress. If you want to, they have dress to impress nights, and if you want to put a suit or a tux on, you can wear whatever you like. If you want to look glam, then do it. But as long as you are smart casual, then you'll be able to go in any of the restaurants. Now, a lot of the time, I'll wear shorts, dress shorts. They don't want you wearing sports gear or anything like that. But dress shorts and a nice polo, or or a nice shirt, and that is absolutely fine for a Marella ship.
Defo. Boys, do you want to jump in there? Do you agree?
Yes. I always on Discovery 2 and Explorer was basically tailored shorts and a polo shirt, and no issues.
Yeah.
I am though on P&O going to be wearing a tuxedo.
And me.
Yes, this is happening. Guys.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Selfies.
Oh, well, come on.
Well, I tell you what, I bought that tuxedo for my 2010 cruise, and I haven't worn it since. So I am going to take it because I want to wear it again.
Mine doesn't fit anymore.
And I'm just amazing that I can fit in it again now. So I have to spend. I'm going to spend for a new one like summer.
Anyway, moving on swiftly. Len, question: can you message other app users, cruise guests on the Navigator app? I don't think you can, Len. And the reason for that is you could probably be, if you were that way inclined, be sending inappropriate messages to random people on the ship. I think that's going to be locked.
You can ring people room to room. You've got your phone in your cabin. You can ring other cabins. If you're around the ship somewhere and you need to ring somebody in the cabin, there are phones around the ship you can use. But no, I'm not aware of any sort of thing available on the Navigator app to message people.
I didn't know you can phone them.
Yeah. I think you just do it on your their door number. I think it's door numbers, isn't it? Door numbers.
Yeah, cabin number, yes.
Yeah.
Of course, because we go away with two friends, the last two cruises, and the next one we are, and so we've used it quite a few times.
That's handy. It's handy to know.
Yeah, it's really good, really useful.
Talking of which, they're in the room now. Bare hands, Mark. Hi, boys.
Hey,
hi, Mark. Hi, Mark and Jack.
Partners.
I'm assuming they're there. So if you've seen our videos, they're in right now. Right, Donna Cooper, 3 weeks Tuesday for us too. Donna, don't show off.
Jealous.
I know.
Well, as long as you don't forget us after you've done it, Donna, because life wouldn't be the same without you on the channel. So make sure you come back and tell us all about it.
Chris Warfield, 5 weeks on Thursday. Why is it? I said, how long is ours now?
As he's about 20. As he's getting near. It's less than a month now.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, because for those of you that don't know, Dave had to train for 6 months with a new job. So we last cruised in July and we haven't had one since, and it's driven me up the wall. So I've got 2 booked for May. We're doing P&O, and then I'm doing MSC on a solo, which should be interesting.
Although, can I just quickly say, I was recognised on the train the other day. It was embarrassing. I got photographs and all sorts of stuff, and it was really bad because I was working and they were like, "Oh my God, mind of travel?" Oh no.
But if you do see us out, we love to meet people. So if you do see us out, then we always love to say hello, don't we?
Definitely. Harold.
Hey, Harold, how you doing?
Harold said, "Do you see the news? Do you have brought 2 new ships?" Yes, we saw. We just took this though. It's like in 100 years' time.
But one of the biggest hope is, I mean, I don't know about you boys, but one of the things as well that we love about Marella is the size of the ships. It never feels overly full. And I think it would be a shame if we haven't heard yet what passenger capacity these ships are going to be. But I just hope they don't start going to the mega 5, 6, 1,000.
I don't mind 1,000 more. 1,000 more will be fine, but I think they should cut it there. Or even keep it the same capacity, but have more space on ships with more things to do. On Discovery 2, boys, I'm not sure if you had it, and they haven't had it on any others. We had virtual reality room. Did you still have that on Discovery when you went?
I don't think so.
So when we went on, they had this whole room set out, and you'd go in there, you'd have to book slots, and you'd have the things, and it was like competitive games against each other in VR. It was absolutely
I think I hit the member of staff, didn't I? Because I was getting carried away. But
more things. It needs more things like this because what I find with Marella is it tends to, like their entertainment for adults, I think, at night time are pretty boring. Like, the golf is fun on Discovery 2, rubbish on the others. Yeah. And the climbing
You climbed the wall, didn't you?
I mean, no offense.
You got halfway up anyway.
If you're a person of a certain age, you're not going to want to go climbing a bloody wall, are you? So there need to be more things for people, you know, of all ages.
Well, if we're ever on Discovery 2 again, I'll try and climb the wall. He hasn't got halfway. Yeah, I will be dying and I will get above halfway.
I'm scared.
Everybody is a witness here that Mike's going to climb the wall if he goes on any Discoveries again.
Yes.
It's a contract, and it's live. It'll be forever.
Oh, I've just thought, have they got a climbing wall on Discovery?
Yes. Yeah. Both of them have climbing walls.
We haven't done Discoveries. I think I will be climbing a wall at some point.
God help us all. Right, Chris Haddington. Hi guys, nice to make it this week. Chris, nice to see you.
Chris and Sarah, good to see you.
And the infamous Bare Hands Mark and Jack are in the room. Hey guys,
good to see
up
you.
In Bury. They're up there in Bury.
Cruising with us again, May the 10th.
Yeah, they love cruising, those two.
Yeah. And Borealis. See, I've heard so many good things about Borealis. Fred,
really want to try that ship.
Yeah.
Do you? Yeah, I do, because I have literally heard nothing but glowing reviews about.
I've heard Fred Olsen's really expensive though.
I don't think it has to be. I don't think
it's a hit and a miss, I believe. I've actually looked recently, and some of the cruises that are offering is actually okay.
Well, that solo cruise that I showed was Borealis, and I thought that was a good.
Is that a solo cabin though, or is that
it's a solo cabin because it's advertised on Passion for Cruises. So that was a solo. But yeah, I mean, obviously Anne enjoyed it, but did you feel you got good value? I think the thing is, like, as well, boys, that's so easy with Marella. You don't have to think about a lot, do you, once you've booked it?
No.
You know, I'm having a bit of a nightmare with P&O because there was different drinks packages I had to look at. I've got to book every theatre. I've got to book all the dining, you know, and MSC. I'm going to be allocated a dining time. I don't want to be eating at 9 o'clock.
Always wins.
I don't. The open dining, you can dine when you like. Talking of which, talking of food, how did you find the food?
The food was amazing on Explorer. I've got to admit, the Explorer food was better than Discovery 2's food. And the buffet.
Yeah, without a doubt, yeah.
The buffet on Explorer is by far better than Discovery 2 buffet. I don't know why that is, but I just feel maybe they've got a bigger kitchen on Explorer, so it's just more food, and I don't know. But
I think the only strange thing for us with Discovery 2 was we loved breakfast in the buffet, and yet Explorer and Voyager, we loved it in the main dining room.
I think it's because if you look at the ship layout, I know the kitchens are central on the Voyager Explorer ships. So when you go to the flutes and you can't go any further, all the kitchens are there and it goes right up. When you look at Discovery, they've got a kitchen for the buffet right at the front because that's where the buffet is. And then the main restaurant is right at the back. So I reckon they're, like you said, separate kitchens. And of course, all the activities down on the main dining room, and it's not much thought gone into that. It's quick and easy. We didn't like, we loved the buffet on Discovery, don't get me wrong. We loved it for what it was, but Explorer was better. Voyager is going to be out of this world for you boys. You're going to love that. It's a fantastic experience. But the one thing that I will say about Discovery 2 was their main dining room. You probably saw these videos, boys, because when you watched them, the food wasn't great all the time. The apple pie on the first night, it was like cardboard. It was horrific.
But in fairness, we had apple pie, the same apple pie on Explorer, and it was just as bad. So a good tip here is if you go to the main dining room, don't fall for the apple pie because it is like rubber. It was awful. I think the thing is with Discovery 2, we had two what we'd call poor meals very early on. And after those first two, which were on the first night, not that we had two meals in one night, but I think we had one at lunch and one at dinner. we had a couple of bad meals, but the rest of the cruise, 2 weeks, we never had another bad meal.
Because Vista redeemed it.
Oh, we love Vista.
Vista nightly for us.
And I have to say that the dining room on Discovery 2 is another one of those areas where I just think, wow, they've got the sweeping double staircase down and it's so light in there. And so I absolutely love the main dining room. But we did fall in love with Vista, didn't we? Vista was brilliant.
Vista's amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing. Anne is put here September for Dubrovnik, and it's going to be boiling in September.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even think you're going to need. I mean, always take something for wind protection at night time. If you're on the ship and you're up top, it could get quite windy, so always take something for wind protection then. But I think you'll be fine.
I've seen a lot of women advising other women on the Facebook pages, take a cardigan for the evenings because it can be chilly if you're out up on deck. And we love the open bars. I can't remember what ship.
It's the Explorer
2, wasn't it? Oh, you've got the bar at the back of the ship.
They had it on Explorer.
Sorry?
They had it on Explorer.
The open bar?
Yes.
Yes, but they've got it on Explorer 2 as well. So we love the open bar at the back, don't we?
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's the Mediterranean. I'm not sure whether it's the same name.
Sharon Brigham. Hi, guys.
Sharon.
I love watching you both. Thank you very much. 130 days to my first ever cruise.
Look at that cute dog.
Oh,
how gorgeous.
Sharon.
Yeah.
You've lost me now because I'm looking at the dog. Ever cruise from Discovery to May.
That'll probably be the highlights of the Mediterranean that she's doing. Because Discovery 1's doing it this time instead of Discovery 2 last year.
Is that the one that you did, guys? Oh, you've done that one, haven't you?
Yeah.
So what was your favourite ports on that, just to help Sharon out?
The favourite port on that, highlights of the Mediterranean, was...
for me, it's Rome, just because I always wanted to go there.
Rome, and for me, Barcelona.
I'll come back to that in a minute. Can I just ask about Rome? Because one of the things that concerns me of going there on a cruise is that you usually call into the port of Civitavecchia. Now, how did you get to Rome and how long did it take? And do you feel that you got the benefit of a full day looking round?
Well, first of all, we booked the excursion. It was a bit pricey overall for both of us.
The only reason we booked the excursion because it was our first ever cruise, so we didn't want to get lost getting.
We were exactly the same.
Missing the ship was the biggie,
so that's why we paid that extra to make sure.
And when it's a long way from the port, then yes, definitely you don't want to.
I mean, it was around, I think it was an hour and 15 minutes from the ship to get to Rome, and then when we got off the coach, it was just mayhem. There was people everywhere
because they were setting up the Jubilee for this year, is it?
So the Jubilee's this year, which that's what they were setting up last October when we were there. So if anyone's going to Rome this year, please be advised that it's going to be extremely busy due to the Jubilee.
It was busy when we were in October.
And I wanted to go to Rome this year as well, so that's out now.
I'm really lucky because my sister worked in Rome for a couple of years, and I went to visit her, and she got me tickets to go and have an audience with the Pope, which was probably, even though I'm not Catholic, it was probably one of the most amazing experiences I've had because of the power of the Pope and the people from all around the world that were in this hall to see him. It was quite amazing. But Rome is a beautiful city. I threw a coin in the fountain. I hope you did, boys. And
yes, we tried to get to the pool, the pond. It was crazy how busy it was. But we still loved it. We still loved it.
Yeah, even though.
I mean, you walk into that little square, and that fountain is just in your face.
Breathtaking.
Well, when we go, I'm going to take him one day. Then definitely we'll probably look at going at a quieter time of year.
So quickly then rewind into Barcelona, because Barcelona is one of my favourite cities in the world, even though he hates it. What did you love about Barcelona?
I actually loved that there was just so much to see and do in the city. I mean, the ship was only in port for 8 hours. Was it 8 hours? And we went to see that building. I can't remember what it's called. It was all getting
familiar.
I can't remember. That was just amazing. We actually got off the ship. We got the shuttle from the ship to the bus stands, and then we just walked from there to that building. And
Google Maps.
Google Maps was our lifesaver.
Well, boys, all I will say to you is, because I've been there a couple of times now, get yourself there on a city break, because there is so much to see with Gaudi artworks and stuff. It is a beautiful city, some gorgeous hotels, great nightlife as well. get yourself there.
It's a bit too all about Gaudi for my liking.
It is about Gaudi, but it's very posh. Like there's a lot of posh shops as well. It's not like your back street sort of city break. It's a really posh city break.
Yeah. See, I love Seville, and I'd go Seville any day over.
But we're going off topic.
We are. So where are we now?
Mary. I was in the live the other night too. Mary.
Oh,
he didn't even know I was there, love. Do you know what I mean?
Mary, we just had to try it because, as I say, although we've had somebody on stream before, we've never had somebody streaming in 2 places before. So we had to get it sorted, and you boys were having a few problems, but we sorted, and hopefully it's all working tonight. But yeah, I missed you, Mary, but sorry. I saw Donna though.
Harold, what do you guys think the Chewy ship will be like in May outside of school holidays with kids? Thinking about taking my first European cruise. Caribbean is always fine, but kids can ruin a cruise. Right. First things first. Marella has a fantastic kids club. Okay, called the M Club. There are things for teenagers, believe it or not, to do. You don't seem to get many teenagers on there. It's mainly kids, but they tend to go to the M Club, so you don't really see them. I mean, we saw a couple of kids on Discovery 2. We saw more kids, I think, on Voyager. But it's... I don't want to say it's well handled because, you know, kids aren't handled. Do you know what I mean? But you don't recognise.
One thing that we've noticed because we've done 2 Marella is that it feels like an adult-only ship because there's hardly any kids about.
Yeah.
And that's what we kind of like. We like just...
Because the beautiful thing as well, boys, is with Explorer and with Voyager, they've got their own pool at the back, whereas Discovery doesn't have that. So if you are, Harold, going on one of those ships, the Explorers or the Voyagers, they have tend to have their own pool at the back, and parents can sunbathe at the back as well, near the kids, whatever, while the kids are in their kids club. So it's handled really well. Yeah. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. I don't think many people want to take the kids to the Caribbean. I'm not sure. But
it's the same. Like you've got the M Club, but you've also got the teen room called the Hangout.
There's a lot of things.
There's Gamer Zone. Obviously, you've got an indoor cinema on Voyager. You haven't got that on others, but you've got the actual cinema.
Oh yeah, the mini golf as well.
Yeah. So there are things, and I think it should be fine.
And the cinema as well. Well, there's also a cinema as well on Explorer.
Yes.
I believe that's on Explorer 2 as well, guys. I think.
Ah, right. Okay. It wasn't on Discovery, but it was on. Was it on Voyager?
It's on all the Explorers and Voyagers.
Yeah.
Because the one thing that annoyed me was on Discovery 2, I love the outdoor cinema at night time. On Voyager, it's ruined because there's like
no, the other way around. Voyager, it was great. Explorer, you've got all the bars and it was.
No, Discovery 2 was the one where it was the best.
Discovery
2 had no interruption. It was just the screen and the sunbeds.
Yeah. Hold on.
And on Voyager 2, on Voyager, you had almost like a stage. It was a back set stage, so there was like the railings were sort of in the way of the screen, but they didn't have that on Explorer. Explorer was free view, if I remember rightly.
Oh, here we go.
He's looking. Here we go. So see, this is Discovery 2, yeah.
I don't think they can hear you, can they?
Yeah, they can.
Yeah.
That was Discovery 2.
Yeah, that was the good one.
Yes. So that's the only thing I got. We didn't go in the cinema, to be fair.
I've got to bring up.
No, there wasn't any films that we wanted to watch.
It was all Barbie.
Were like recently released in the cinema, so it wasn't like there were films that were decades old. It was a very recent releases.
As was Barbie, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that was quite current at the time. Yeah,
it was. Right, I want to show you this because I posted a post the other day on Facebook on some of the Explorer sites. And I have received so much stick for this post. Now, first of all, I'm going to show you to try and emphasize my point. And I want to know what you lads thought of it. But on the Voyager, there is a bar called the Art House, which we used to love to go to. In front of the stage, you've got loads of seating. We could sit as a 4, watch the entertainment. And I really liked it. Wasn't that keen on the decor, but I love the layout. Now, when we went on Explorer, they've got a lounge, one of the bars called The Lounge. And I put on this site the other day that I was really disappointed with it. Not to the fact that I was moaning, but just the fact that I thought the layout was a little bit disappointing for someone like us that wanted to sit as a 4. And I love this female singer that I'll play now. But the bar absolutely dominates the area. Let me just play it. Now, what did you guys think of the lounge?
Well, to be honest, the lounge, in my opinion, is a bit weird. It's a weird layout.
They can easily move the bar somewhere.
The bar was too big, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Bar's too big.
I mean,
half the bar wasn't getting used by the staff.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a good vibe in that area. We only used it twice throughout the whole week, due to probably that reason. Don't get me wrong.
I wanted to sit and watch that singer, and it just wasn't possible. And a lot of people would love that bar, because if you've got a bar chair and we're just with one other person, then it probably would be nice sat there at the bar, because the staff are amazing. But the fact is that, if there's just background music, fine, it doesn't matter where you sit. But when it's an entertainer like a singer, you want to be able to watch them, and I would follow her around the ship.
And the reason why I say this on Discovery 2, in the Live Lounge was it called?
Yeah.
Discovery 2? Yeah. It was fully decked out with seating to watch the stage. So you had the piano over on one side, and you had the whole area there to watch the stage.
So much better.
So much better. But on the Voyager, you're going to see that bar is half the size, and it's all seating facing the stage.
Yeah.
And it's waiter service. Because the problem is those seats that were there, they've all got their backs to the stage. Yeah. So it's pointless.
Yeah. And of course it's a through fare to the theatre. So your only place of sitting with a group is on either side, and you've just got people passing backwards and forwards.
Yeah. So you can't see the artist who is singing or obviously performing. No. So it is a very strange layout. Yeah.
Anyway,
right.
The good thing is there's lots of bars on the cruise ship. If you don't like the bar, like we didn't like that one, you just move on and find the ones that you do.
Right. Yeah. And it's in highlights, but she's also saying a special shout out to Ryan and Alex.
There
we go.
I did get a comment from Mary as well about your accents. Oh, there.
We're not coming to it.
No, I'm racing ahead of myself.
Right. Harold, advice, read Turkish lira, take English pounds and exchange there. Yes, very, very true. You get a much better rate in Turkey. Just go to a reputable bank, I don't know, whatever it is. You get them on the strips there, but just be mindful of who you're changing your money
I'd
with.
also as well say we've got one of the online banking cards. We use Starling, and we've also got Monza, and we don't get charged for making payments or withdrawals from cash machines when we're away. So definitely, if you haven't got one, it's worth looking at that. Because cards are accepted so widely everywhere now.
Defo. Mary, how'd you both? Lovely Scottish accent, just like me, but lived in Wales nearly 40 years.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you, Mary.
I'd love to hear Mary's accent.
I know.
Yeah.
In my head, she was Welsh, but now she's probably full on Glaswegian or something. You know what I mean?
I think she sounds like your nan.
All right, there, lovely.
Yeah, I think so. Anyway, hopefully one day we'll hear you talk, Mary.
Yes. Donna Cooper, hey guys.
Hey,
Donna.
Bar 11 was my favourite on Discovery 1 and 2. There we go.
Such amazing.
Definitely.
And Mary definitely has the experience to tell us that, because she is like the cruise queen.
Can I just ask that? Did you do the nightclub on either?
Yes.
That's the night I was drunk.
Yeah. It's all coming out now, Alex.
See, I wanted to bring this up because
it's all coming out
I'm going to drag it out of them now. I think there was a few late nights, wasn't there, lads?
On the recent cruise on Explorer, Indigo was one of our favourite places to go. It has a fantastic view of the oceans around, and it's just a very good vibe. So it does turn into a nightclub after 11 or midnight until early hours, 2 o'clock.
Yeah, we were the last ones out.
We were the last ones out. My good friend that we met on Paul and Dan. I remember Paul falling down the stairs.
Oh, goodness.
He doesn't remember it.
Shall I just tell you a little story about my most embarrassing cruise ship experience? When we went on Cunard for the day, I fell down the steps, but that's the first one. But this one's worse. Discovery 2. You know how the lifts come down and they're open and clear in the atrium? We were waiting and waiting and waiting for such a long time, and the lifts weren't coming. And in the end, Dave says, I'm walking. So I thought, well, okay, I'll walk with you. We started to go down the steps. I'd gone down about 7 or 8 steps, and the lifts opened. And I turned round and thought, I'm going for the lift. Ran up the stairs, tripped, fell flat on my face. Just as the lift opened, full of people. There must have been about 12, 15 people in there. I was on the floor, and I don't know what made me do it, but I stood up and I walked in the lift, facing them all, and they were all looking at me, and I don't think anybody knew where to look.
I showed you rain on your bloody story, but it's not working.
Yeah, no, it was very embarrassing. That's how I felt.
Right, we need to move on because we've only got 10 minutes left.
Oh, I was going to play. Did you do the silent disco?
No. Just missed out on that one, actually.
Oh, you've got to do it on Voyager.
Yeah, we will. That's definitely one on the bucket list for Voyager.
Definitely, it's a cracking event on Voyager.
David Taylor, hi Mike and Dave. Hope you're both well. Thank you, David. I hope you are
cold,
equally.
but we're all right. We're good.
Good. Harold Betterson, Squid was quiet on Discovery versus Voyager. Very right. This is why I preferred the Squid on Discovery. It was a lot quieter. Voyager, it was packed every night, but we had a laugh.
Too busy.
Yeah, we had a laugh on the Voyager, though, boys, because the layouts are different on all of them. And I remember dancing the conga on Voyager. It was the band night, band jam.
Yes, band jam.
And Alex, like you, that was the night when I was wrecked. It was fun. Mary, don't forget the thumbs up, folks. Exactly, Mary.
Yes, please give us a like. Oh, no, I'm on one, don't I? I'm doing two now. Yeah. Hold on, we need the banner, really, don't we? Just to remind people.
We will do it now. Billy Blacklock, we love flutes. We never did flutes, ever, on any of them.
Well, we're not really
champagne
or Prosecco drink. But the one thing I think I would have liked in flutes, because it was quite hard to get waiter service in a lot of places without, we found we had to go to the bar ourselves, was that in flutes you have got the buttons you can press and they come to your table and serve you. Yeah. So I like that idea. And I have to say, we based ourselves in flutes on the day that we were leaving the ship, and it was a really good place to be. And I will also say that Indigo on Explorer, they take your bags in the disco area up there so that you don't have to cart them around the ship if you've got a late departure. But also the Indigo, you've said about the views, it's a lovely place to base yourself because the air conditioning is bang on in there. So it's a good place to be.
Definitely. Donna Cooper, everyone in such a good mood, even in a thunderstorm, everyone was singing Sweet Caroline on deck. Was hilarious and brilliant. And that's what you need, a good time. Oh, here we go.
Any excuse to show this clip, because this to me just sums up the whole ethos of a Marella cruise. I love it. I love it. I mean, I love them boys. I would follow them all around the ship. But you look at the group of people there, and we were saying about ages. There are kids right through to older people, and I put myself in that category. And everybody was just loving it and enjoying themselves. And I think that just sums up Marella for me.
It does, yeah.
Harold has had shirts, trainers, and a half-button Hawaiian shirt for me on Marella, access all areas.
Yeah.
I wore a few Hawaiians in my time, and trainers that I wore was most nice, to be fair.
Yeah,
I wore shoes once on the Dress to Impress night. That was it.
We're gonna have to take shoes for the tux, aren't we?
No, trainers. Joke. Question: can it win? Can what win?
Can what win?
Marella does win because Marella's great all around.
That's the question. Yeah. Yes, Keith.
Keith, you might have to clarify. The trouble is, once we've gone down the line a long time, we've forgotten what we were talking about.
Oh, Mary says use any phones contact the cabin, even in the ones in the corridor. Yes. Mary, I had to use this all the time because our phone didn't work in the cabin. So to ring the boys in their cabin, I had to go to the corridor or ring them from the restaurant, saying we're at the restaurant, and they come up then.
Yeah. So yes, you're good advice.
Mary, well, hey, you're famous now, Dave. Train spotting. It was fun but awkward all at the same time.
If that person is watching, though, you did tag Dave into a picture, which we were going to.
No, it was Mitre Travel, but it didn't show.
But it didn't come up, so I don't know what went wrong. But if you're watching, send it us again.
Love it. Dan, question again, guys. Excursions. Do you trust the people holding trip signs off the ship, or is it best to book via Marella? We've never done that. We've always pre-booked, even if it's not with Marella, even if it's with an independent trader, because we check our reviews online before we book. We've never had a problem. I'll show about you boys.
We've never booked third party off the ship. But we always tend to go, if we're going to do an excursion, we go with Marella.
Yeah.
Due to the fact it could be a distance between the ship and the destination, or there could be something ongoing in that area that could delay transport.
And of course, the benefit of booking Marella, I have to say, firstly, Marella, when we were in the Caribbean, I found their prices very competitive with local companies anyway. The only thing I found was that the local companies, their trips tended to be a little bit longer. But I thought value-wise, Marella were not far or much more expensive than them. But of course, the benefit of booking with Marella is you're never going to get left behind. If you're late back, they will wait for you.
With the prices, Mike, there, when we were at Madeira on Explorer, we were on the cable car and
the toboggans.
So Marella offered an excursion, £46 per person to do the cable car and the toboggans. However, we decided, due to the fact that the ship is literally there anyway, we were the first ones off the ship at 7:30 in the morning. We got to the cable car about 8:10, and it opened at 8:15. There was a queue. All that quickly went down, and altogether...
And then the 2E bus came down, and everyone was getting off it.
So the 2E bus came up about 9 o'clock, and it was a massive queue. But altogether, we saved around £60.
Yeah.
£60? Yeah, £60 overall.
You're still right, because you've got to be mindful. If it is a port where there's things around that port, what I'm trying to say to you is best off doing them there and then, because a lot of companies, so especially where were we that time when we didn't do the trip in Mexico, the island?
Oh.
I can't remember it now.
It'll come to
It's
me
an island just off Mexico. Cozumel. We got that trip cancelled, but we did do our research beforehand and booked separately because this is their bread and butter. A lot of companies are pros at this because this is all they do. So I would recommend, like what you've done, if it's close by, go and do it yourself without thinking because you're going to stay before.
Definitely.
But use local companies because their reviews will say a lot about them. Marella sometimes subcontract to these companies, so you're paying Marella for their thing, but you're going with this company anyway. So just be really mindful of those things.
I think you've got to remember that cruise ships have been going to the Caribbean for a long, long time. It is their bread and butter, and I don't think you will have a problem with going with somebody off the ship. But just bear in mind, make sure you could be waiting a while in the minibus while they're waiting to fill it. And obviously you can't be 100% sure exactly. So make sure you know what you're going to see and what you're going to do. The other thing is if you book in advance with a local company, make sure they've got a good cancellation policy because you can quite often get cancelled from the port or you're going to be late or they change the day. So make sure you've got at least a 24-hour cancellation.
Boys, we're going to have to book them because we are running short of time. We've got quite a few to get through. So
no, we're not in a hurry.
Here we go. Rosie JL, challenge from Mike, climb the wall. It's contracted. He said it now. It's going live. That's it. He's doing it.
Hey, I want more than this if I do it. Even if I just go up a little
You'll have a helicopter airlift.
I'm going to go halfway off. I'm going to match you.
Right. Annette Hines. Hello, Annette. Hi, Dave.
Hi,
is Marella Discovery same as the Explorer 2? No, they're two completely different ships. The Discovery ships, if I'm not mistaken, are, I want to say, Celebrity.
No.
Explorers. No, they're Royal Caribbeans.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
I thought they were Celebrity as well.
Are they all Celebrity?
No, all Explorers are Celebrities and Discoveries are Royal Caribbean.
There we go. So they're different ships, different layouts, all under the Marella brand, but they both offer something different. Yeah. So Explorer and Voyager are all the same type of ship, and Discovery 1 and 2 are a different type of ship, equally sized.
Same age as well.
Yeah, same age. I love them, but I love Discovery 2 more so because that atrium, the fact that you can watch at nighttime from the balconies above.
I think Discovery, either Discovery or Discovery 2, are great for first timers because they're such easy ships to find your way around, very easy to navigate around. Where I think Explorer and Voyager are a little bit trickier.
Yeah. They're more pro.
Farewell party as well.
Yeah.
Oh yes. On Discovery 2, the farewell was much better because on the others, if you've seen, they're in the theatre, aren't they?
Yeah.
But
yes.
with the atrium.
Yeah. It makes quite a spectacle, doesn't it?
Yeah, because they come down.
And if you're there at Christmas, Father Christmas comes down the lift, I think.
Does he?
Or does he?
You've got so much knowledge.
They haven't got chimney, so he comes down the lift. So if you're on Christmas
we
Day,
were there Christmas Day.
Yeah.
I can't remember this. Did you have a dream?
What was it like on Christmas Day?
Amazing. It was really good. Honestly, it was fun. Everybody, so Christmas Day, we were on a beach in Costa Rica. It was absolutely fantastic. But Costa Ricans, it was something mad. On Christmas Day, all Costa Ricans go to the beach. It's like a tradition. So we went to this beach and we had our Christmas Hawaiian shirts on. It was fantastic. Then we got on the ship after that. There was Christmas dinner. Everyone was partying and having a drink and chatting. It was lovely. It was really nice.
I have to say, the Christmas dinner on the boat was, I can't say boat, on the ship was absolutely amazing. We had it in Vista, didn't we? Yeah, we had it in Vista. It was amazing. And the showcast, charge Apple Watch. The showcast came in, sang carols. It was just a lovely atmosphere. So I definitely love to do Christmas on the cruise.
Take my mum.
Yeah, and I'd love to do... Ever since Mary showed us that fireworks in Madeira, New Year's Eve, I want to go New Year's Eve and see those fireworks in Madeira.
That's our bucket list is Madeira and New Year's Eve.
Amazing.
Well, Madeira is
Hogmanay for us.
Hogmanay, yes.
Well, we were going to do that once. My mum was going to take me up. She did Hogmanay. My brother used to live in Glasgow, and they went up there and had Hogmanay and said it was fantastic, much better than our New Year's, don't it? Right, moving on. Harold, I'd also always consumed a beverage by the time they opened the climate control, so I never got to go.
Good excuse.
I didn't know. I'm sure I'd had a beer.
You're able to do it if you had a drink.
I think I'll be having a few beers before I try and get it.
You might be lucky, Mike. It might be windy.
It will be. Not from the atmosphere.
Well, fortunately, I'm not scared of heights. So.
And the question: have you done Marella Trieste excursions?
Didn't need to, did we?
You're in the port. It's a stunning city. I wouldn't suggest doing one. There's a couple of excursions they do. They do into Venice. I wouldn't bother. Trieste has a lot to offer. It's stunning, beautiful city.
I mean, unless there's something you really want to see that you need to go on an excursion, then go, because you'll probably be there once. Yeah. But we didn't know a thing about Trieste, and I have to say, for me, it was one of the big surprises. I absolutely love Trieste. To look round, it's a brilliant sort of city to look round. And didn't we climb up the hill?
We did. We climbed to the fort.
To the fort, yeah,
which was nice.
It was amazing. So we love Trieste.
Yes. Dan, I'm definitely going to try the wall on Discovery too.
We want a picture, Dan.
Make sure you send us
a picture.
To my travel.
MyTravel@iCloud.com, please. We need evidence.
There we go.
There we go.
Right, where am I? I've lost. Oh no, I've lost my thing. Sorry.
Where are we?
There you go. Mum, Eileen Venus, climbing the wall? ? I'd give it a go. You were not climbing the bloody wall. Let's go, guys. Dave, you have
Eileen. You can't even climb the stairs.
Says Dave, you've had me climbing the wall several times when you were growing up. Sorry, Mum. But I have to shout out.
Well, come on a cruise with us. We'll do it together. We'll go in tandem. Yeah. We'll hold hands on the way up.
I'm not letting my mother do that. And Irvin, Borealis, we got £150 each. OBC only spent £50 for Wi-Fi packages.
Oh, that's not bad. How are their drinks packages, though, Anne?
It's not bad.
No.
Need to look into that, actually.
Yeah, I think we'll definitely look into.
I feel like we're cheating on Morella. This is wrong.
I know.
No.
It's all wrong.
Do you know even Mary's going to try P&O next?
Yeah, she did say, but then she has done every itinerary under the sun.
Yeah, so it's time to try something different. I'm sure we'll be back to Marella.
100%.
So let me just say before we do any more, boys, favorite thing on Discovery 2 and favorite thing or memory on Explorer.
Think
about it a minute.
Explorer was the Explorer.
That's it then.
No, the Explorer. For me, Explorer is the Mediterranean bar at the back where you can sit. And for Discovery 2, it's probably the atrium. Yeah. Atrium.
So for me, Discovery 2 atrium / bar 11. I've got to have that in there. On Explorer, it is actually the veranda. It's very peaceful.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It's very relaxing. The only bad thing about the veranda is that none of the staff members come up to offer your drinks.
Yeah.
You've got to go down two levels to go to the bar. But apart from that, it's a great wee hideout, and no kids are welcome by the looks of it. So there's signs up, no kids allowed. So
I'm
yeah.
trying to
Just do what I did. I went and got more than 2 drinks and just.
All inclusive for a reason, eh?
We were discussing this the other day. You can only do that on Marella because on P&O, for example, where we go now, you're not allowed to have more than 1 drink within a 15-minute period.
Yeah,
which really annoys me. So when we go as a group of 4, I can go up and have 4 drinks on just my card, and it's fine. But you got to be really careful with that sort of stuff. It's daft. It's really daft. Right, I'm lost again now.
And well, that's really interesting because I definitely agree with you on those. And also, we love the outdoor bar on the Explorer, didn't we? And Voyager. And it's also, I used to love going there first thing in the morning when I got up and watching us sail into port from there. What did you think of the entertainment?
I have to admit, the entertainment on Discovery 2 was a lot better than Explorer. There was a few nights. Yeah,
you mean the theatre?
The theatre material was a lot better on Discovery 2.
Yeah,
because I felt that Explorer was a bit combined into one. So I had a pop and rock night, where on Discovery 2 it was pop one night and rock the next night. So you were getting more of each gender. Well,
we only went to the theatre twice. One was to see the Gary Barlow tribute act, and then the other one was just some random show.
Yes, I'm sure. Gary Barlow tribute is amazing. So if you do get the chance to see Gary,
we've got videos of that.
Get him on your videos, boys. Let's have a look.
This is why we love the entertainment. I love it. We're at the theatre every night. We love it. Anyway, we better crash on because we are.
Yes, I know. Right, Donna.
How many have we got to catch up on?
Quite a lot. So stop talking. Stop blethering. Right. So Donna with Law Harold. I'm assuming that's the beverage remark with the wall. GD. Hi boys. We're on Explorer 2 in 3 weeks. Thursday, the Explorer in January 2026 in the Caribbean, and on the Voyager May 2026.
Wow.
Jack and Carol and Ashley. That is a lot going on.
Wow.
And thank you for the love.
That's 3 cruises.
Yes, 3 cruises. Probably done the fleet by now.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Going for the full set.
Yeah, because we've still said we want a badge for people that get the set, don't we? Mary would have a whole chest full of badges.
Like the Scouts badges.
Yeah. I climbed the wall on Marella Discovery too, yeah.
Right, Mary said there's no bar at the back of Explorer 2, Mike. It's just part
Oh,
of the buffet.
no.
Oh, that's a shame.
So they've done away with the bar then. That's interesting.
I don't think I'll be going on it then. That's my favourite part. At night time and the nightcap, I love that. And in the mornings, watching the sunrise.
Oh, that's disappointing. I'm surprised at that.
Ruin my night, Mary. Thanks.
Yeah. We'll go on at some point anyway.
Sharon with the dog. Book Pompeian Aquarium at Barca. Is that Barcelona? I'm taking it, yeah?
See, we've not done Pompeii, have we?
No, Barca. No, Barca. Is it Barca or Barca? What?
Barca.
And I take it that's down in Italy somewhere.
Yeah, I'm guessing that is, yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking Barcelona, but it's not.
Yeah, no. Pompeii's not Barcelona.
No, I know that. I mean, and the aquarium at Barca. I thought they were doing like a cruise.
I'd love to do Pompeii, though.
Yeah, it's on my bucket list.
Definitely.
These bucket lists are never ending, are they?
Yeah.
He's feathering again. Harold, thank you for the pointers about kids. It's okay, Harold. I'm just fingers crossed, mate, you enjoy it, buddy. Agree, the art house far better than the lounge. Stop putting thumbs in my face. Get away.
Thank you, Harold. Thank you.
I agree. The art house is better than the lounge there as well. Mary, lounge is my favourite on Explorer. Met so many friends sat at the bar. It's a great place. Everyone talks, Mary, and I'd love to have a chat with you one day on a cruise. So let's make that happen.
Yeah, and I don't care if it's in the lounge.
Evening, gents. Hello, Thomas. How are you?
Hi, Thomas.
Lynn and Dave. Booked many trips off the ship. No issues at all. Just do your research before you go on them. Happy days. They will get you back.
I think it's something that comes with you get more confident. You were saying, Ryan, that you were worried about being left, or late back trip. And we were like that. The first trip, we didn't do anything other than, because we were too worried about getting lost. And Discovery, we still mainly did Marella, but we're starting to look more at doing our own thing. And I think it comes with confidence the more cruises you do.
Definitely, yeah, you're correct.
I bet Mary gets chauffeur driven all around the island by local taxi companies.
Mandy, hello, Mandy.
Hey, Mandy.
Late to the party, just off Ventura and back to sea. Mandy's another one who's done like 1 million cruises. I love it. Just off Ventura and back to sea on Marella Discovery 2 to Greece on the 23rd. Can't wait. Nice. Any tips? We should be asking you for tips, Mandy.
Oh, yeah, because we're not done Greece yet.
No, the Mandy and Mary show come together with a YouTube channel. I tell you, you'll be really successful.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now. Discovery 2, Greece. Boys, any tips?
Discovery 2 is a great ship, so that's a good start. We've not done Greece yet, but just do your research for every port you're going into, because Greece can be very busy, I heard. So please just make sure you're doing your research. And if you are wanting to do something, potentially do excursions, so you're guaranteed to see it if you particular thing you want to go and see.
Yeah. But Discovery 2 is a lovely, lovely ship. There's some beautiful areas there. I will say afternoon tea on Discovery 2 is really worth going. I know you boys went on Explorer, didn't you? Let me just show you. Have I got it on here?
Mandy, I'm just going to quickly say while he's trying to find this before you play it, Mike. My biggest tip is it's hit or miss with aircon. We've had it rubbish aircon every time, so we always take one of those handheld cooling fans with a mist. That's my biggest tip, because I just think the aircon on these ships is bad. That's just me personally, though.
Let me just show you why you should go to the great musical afternoon tea on Discovery 2. Yeah, we love the entrance, didn't we?
It's far more grander the way they come down. I mean, you boys would have the same as we had on the Voyager, where they're coming from behind you from the servery.
Well, on the Explorer, it was actually in the dining club. So
yes.
I don't know why they done it in the dining club. They could have done it in latitude 53.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, that's me hiding. Well, that's me there. Outstanding, by the way. Every bit of food was just.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
Let's go back.
Well worth the money.
Definitely.
Yeah, we didn't.
You didn't say again, Alex.
We didn't actually book it because we missed the booking, so we got put on a cancellation.
Oh, and you got one.
And then a girl came to us when we were having our tea.
Yeah.
And don't know how she found where we were, but
maybe the card, because when you tap your card, I'll tell you where you are on the ship. So she appeared when we were having our meal in latitude 53 and said, "Are you Ryan and Alex?" And we're like, "Yeah, have we done something? Like, are we in trouble?" She's like, No. Are you wanting to do afternoon tea? And we were like, "Yeah." Like, actually booked in. We'll see you tomorrow at 3.
And that was it.
That's pretty cool.
So if you're going to particular, like afternoon tea, and it's fully booked, the first thing you do when you get on that ship is go run to the reception, or no run, quick paste, put your name down for afternoon tea, and you might get it like us.
Definitely. But you can. Sorry, Alex. When we went, you couldn't pre-book it, but you can now pre-book the Great Musical Afternoon Tea before you even go on the cruise. So we would say do it. There was it was very quiet though, wasn't it, on Discovery 2? There was hardly anybody there, but it was busy when we did it on Voyager, where they had it in the Silver Fork. Right, we better start winding up.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we're a little bit over.
Right, so we're no more comments, please, guys, and we'll try to get through these. I need to quickly just address this here.
Oh, Mary, I'm sure our paths will cross one day. I hope so, Mary.
No, that underneath it.
What's that for?
I don't know. Mary, I hope you've not donated any money because you're our sweetheart and we love you. You don't need to do that. I'll text you later. Right. Annette, I've done Explorer 2, next one Discovery. Looking forward to seeing the difference.
Yeah, you definitely
there is a difference. We can't comment on Explorer 2. We can only, or Discovery, to be fair, because we haven't done both of those.
Those
ships.
are the two we're missing.
But I know that their designs are different, so hopefully you'll enjoy those. Mary, 42 watching Brody, 15 likes. I know, Mary. Mary should be our admin.
I know. Get those. Click the like, please. It helps us a great deal.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe, guys.
Like and subscribe.
Harold Betterson, entertainment staff told us that the ship would never leave, even if you went on an excursion with a non-Marella excursion. I still wouldn't believe though. I wouldn't believe that. I've seen too many cases where they leave without. I mean, don't get me wrong. If the ship's due to leave at say 6 and it says you've got to be back on the ship by 4 o'clock, they're not going to leave till 6. But I still wouldn't risk it. I still would make sure that you're back at the time specified. Right. Back onto these.
Yeah, I wouldn't take the risk. They're not going to wait for you.
Well, we will all love Hogmanay Mary in Madeira because you'll be there with us, sweet pea. We'll all go. We'll have a massive one.
I have to say, Madeira was a surprise for us, wasn't it? We absolutely loved Madeira. We thought it was just beautiful.
Again, Madeira's New Year's Eve is amazing. Definite must.
Yeah, Dave, hopefully it's on our list.
Mandy Benton and Irvin, we did castles and caves excursions into Slovenia with Marella from Trieste. Was fabulous. Yes, I remember that excursion. We didn't do it, but I remember.
See, I want to go to Ljubljana, which is Slovenia. But, is it Slovenia?
Yeah,
Ljubljana, I think it is. Well, I've had my eye on Ljubljana for a city break for a while, but.
Mum, yes, take me, please.
Yeah.
She acts like she never gets taken anyway.
Yeah.
Took her to Budapest for her birthday last year. And Irvin, Boralis, we did not do drinks package as we are.
Okay. Well done, Anne.
Well done, Anne.
That saves a fortune.
It does. Yeah, but it annoys me though because they still offer drinks packages for non-alcoholic.
Well, do you know?
It's wrong.
I'm going on this solo MSc in May. And when I had details come through, it said drinks package £68. So I thought, oh, that's good for 2 days. And I thought, I'm going to have that. And I went on to book it the other day and only luckily read in very small writing, it's £68 a day. Well, I ain't going to drink £68 a day worth of alcohol. Oh, these boys will.
I won't.
Well, I should be on water on MSc because I ain't paying that price.
Yeah. Mandy Benton, don't feel guilty for cheating on Marella. We've only got 3 P&O ships to do now, and we've done all their fleet too. Andy, you need to get yourself a unit.
We need to know which one do you prefer. If you could pick any cruise tomorrow, would you go with P&O or would you go with Marella?
That's harsh, mate. That's a harsh.
Well, we're moving away. We've got to try different things, and I mean, P&O is an obvious one to try. I've always wanted to do the fjords, and MSC is an interesting one to try. Whether it'd be good to see whether we like the bigger ship.
We will see. Right, Thomas Mosey. That looks much better than Aurora's entertainment. I've heard bad things about P&O's entertainment. To me, Marella is beyond. Morella's really
We've
good.
always loved it. Marella Entertainment, haven't we? We wouldn't miss a night at the theatre. For us, it's a big thing.
On our first cruise, we just went there every night.
Yeah.
I love it. It's part of my night. It's like part of the whole,
But on the second cruise, we didn't. We just went different places.
Yeah, because there wasn't really much going on, but
we met lots of people.
Yeah.
It depends the sort of people who are on board as well. Like some people just give off a better energy and vibe. Sometimes you go on a cruise could be a lot more chilled out and laid back. Depends what sort of like buzz you get.
Can I just say, I think we've broken our record. This is the longest live stream
sorry, everyone, but we still got over 40. Right, Mandy Benton. Oh my God, you need to do Pompeii and Herculaneum. There we go. Best ever. Definitely. I would rather do this though as a land-based Mandy because I would love to have a couple of days. And this is the only problem with cruises. Sometimes I love a place and I want to go back. So they're great for tasters cruises for like the day or whatever. But I sometimes want to go back.
I'd love to do the drive down the Amalfi Coast and then maybe finish off in Pompeii and then across to Sicily, and that would be nice. Because unfortunately, you particularly like your land-based, don't you? But I do as well. I like sort of land-based.
I'm a history buff. And I always find that cruises don't quench my thirst when I'm interested in a city because you only get to see a small amount and I need to see it all. It's a nightmare.
Roll on quick.
Mary, sorry. I'm sure I'll pass across one day, boys. Definitely, Mary, when you're on my train. Sweet. She was so sweet. I love her. Mary, thanks for the chat.
You're very welcome,
you,
Mary. You know we love you to bits and love having you with us.
Thanks, lads. Loving your lives. We love you watching our lives.
Yeah,
thank you,
you're
Anne.
Always welcome, Anne.
Donna Cooper,
Donna,
thank you.
Donna.
Hey, Donna.
Well,
Jacqueline McGimpsey gave you a like. Love your chats. Thank you,
Jacqueline.
Thank you, Jacqueline.
Mary, no sta wedi blino. Mae'n wedi blino.
That's why wedi blino.
Please don't do that again. Right. Good night. She's very tired. Good night, Mary.
Good night, Mary.
Mandy,
Sweet dreams.
Our hats are with Marella, but we love the little scoop.
See, they should be doing that.
They should be, Alex.
Marella should be doing loyalty. I do believe. No, I don't think. I think they might introduce that when the new ships come in. I've got a feeling they might do something.
I hope so. But they had a record amount of bookings in January. So Marella are doing well, and people will still go back to Marella even without being rewarded for doing it. Mary, bless her, has done at least 23
Mary
cruises.
Mary and Mandy keep them afloat.
You know, and they should be rewarding people like Mary and Mandy and these people that go all the time.
Yeah.
You know, there should be some incentive. I've already been put on the lowest tier for MSC, and I think we have for P&O. And, you know, that's a start. If we go with them again, it's an encouragement.
Last one here, Dan. Thank you for the answer tonight, guys. Thank you,
You're very
Dan.
welcome, Dan. With us. So we're done.
We are done.
Right. Well, let me just say, Alex, Ryan, it's been an absolute pleasure having you with us.
Thank you for calling us on board.
Oh, sometimes it goes a bit crazy and haywire, but obviously you're where we were a couple of years ago, and I really hope people will come. Look for your YouTube channel, look for your Facebook. It's across the bottom, Cruising with the Whytes. Let me just put this up.
Manager just quickly said 5% off the bar bill will save us a fortune. Yeah,
save these boys a fortune.
So before you said Alex and Ryan, Mary said thanks, Alex and Ryan.
Ah, there you go.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you.
Well, go along and give these lads a follow on their YouTube page. Also Facebook. They're just starting out, and all the support they would get, I'm sure.
Thank you, guys.
And I'm hoping that the
well.
video of Alex wrecked will come out very shortly.
There's not a video.
There's sadly not a video.
Ryan,
you need to do better work here, mate.
Yes. I have all sorts of clips of me and Dave making a fool of ourselves. Me getting grabbed dancing on the bloody theatre night.
It's called blackmail.
Yeah. And doing a dance off. Well, yeah. Unfortunately, whichever one of us is making a fool of himself, the other one's filming.
Yeah, definitely.
But anyway, it's been a pleasure having you with us, and thanks so much for joining.
And thank you everybody for coming along to watching.
Thank you,
everybody. We'll see you all again 2 weeks time.
2 weeks time
for another Mile of Travel live. But you want to say when the boys are doing their next live? Do you know? Boys?
Yeah. Potentially the next few weeks, and we'll be discussing the drink packages.
Okay,
excellent. So make sure you keep an eye on your website then for details of it.
Yeah, we'll post details up soon.
Just a quick one. Mary, the one with the glasses is Alex. The one without the glasses is Ryan.
I'd laugh if you were wrong.
But here's the police. I remember names.
Oh, Mandy's subscribing to you now.
And
so.
Mandy's
thank you, Mandy.
Right. So anyway, everybody have a good night from Mile of Travel and Cruising with the Whytes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Keep in touch. We want to know how you get on Voyager.
Defo. Take care, everybody.
Bye.